And like I said, I'm handling all media. So photos, videos, whatever you need pretty much. And my brand gears right now, I work with the community a lot. Like I work with a lot of people in the LA County, but the biggest part of my brand is working with celebrity clients and brands.
Okay.
So it just happened that way, but it's something that I always wanted. Like that's how, before I started doing this, I was like, man, I want to get on that side of things, get on that side, because I used to do music. So it's just like a home away from home.
Okay.
So it just fell in my lap that way, bro. So I was able to start getting on these sets and just showing my value and just going from there. And that got me to more places. It got me working with bigger clients, different clients. And you know what? I don't even want to say bigger clients, because whether I'm doing something local, I'm doing a big set, I still had the same passion behind it, you know?
Okay.
So this is my life. This is what I love to do. And I'm the owner. I'm the worker. I'm the, like
Right.
I do everything right now.
Right.
And I do have other people that I work with.
Okay.
But I'm not to a place to where I want to take people away from their craft and say, hey, be my employee, be my employee. We all collab, we come together and create magic, you know?
Right.
So from other cameramen, editors, photographers, we all have our own talents, and then we come together, bro, and just make it happen. I met her at a Teen Vogue event that I shot.
Yeah.
And she do a podcast called Show Some Love Podcast. So I do all the editing for that.
Yeah.
She got some dope artists, like Moray is on the next one. She didn't have Dude They Right for Chris Brown and everybody, like all these people. So it's like, then David, me and him got that going, and then this one, like,
you're coming together. No,
everything is
that's the future. That's the future. And like I want you to start one too.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm doing. So I'm doing that because it's just helping me get in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And then it's go branch off into all my other ventures. You know what I'm saying? So I got that go hard with him, me and him working that one, bro. Now they go see what else is he doing? What else is he doing? And that's gonna give me to all my other stuff.
All right. What is that, A7?
A7 III. Time for upgrade. 2023, I'm upgrading.
What you getting?
I want the S3. It's better for video. I'm gonna keep that one. I'm just gonna get the S3. It's about 3,400 right now.
Why is okay? Because the three brands is
the A7s, like just the strict, like just A7s. They're like hybrids for photo
and video, right?
Yeah.
So then you got the you got the Red, and you got Canon, and you got Sony. I feel like
Canon, of course, it's Sony, Nikon, Red, Fuji. It's a bunch.
It's a bunch of top notch.
Not even a bunch. Like it's literally like 5 brands.
Right. That's kind of set themselves apart. You know what I'm saying? But to be able to have what you have, bro, is like, man, this is what it is, bro. Love it.
They got this new stuff, man. You gotta look into it. Look up audio AI.
Okay.
Bro, I seen a dude sit here, like loud music in the back, and he talked. That AI took everything out of it, bro.
It's an app?
Something you could put. I don't know if it's an app, but it go on a computer. And then what you do is you just upload your audio, and then it'll fix it for you, bro. And it's cheap right now too. It's like $10, $15 a month. But it's worth it. Worth it, bro. I'm telling you.
I gotta check that out.
Because then it just smooth everything out.
I gotta check it out, bro. All right, how my brand experts doing? We are in a Brands Experts podcast, right? This is a podcast where we focus on brands and we focus on the experts that work inside of those brands, and we present kind of exactly what they do, and then how you can be an expert in whatever you do, and also how you can work with them. So, this is our first in-person guest. I'd like to welcome him on. Let him introduce himself and everything that he does, because I know he can do that a lot better than we can do it. Go ahead, Dragon.
What's up, man? This your boy Dragon. I am a photographer and videographer out here in the AV. Yeah, man, just out here creating every step of the way, man. That's
That's
how you
right.
work.
That's right. So, his brand is called Dragon Media. So just go on YouTube, check that out. His Instagram handle is
Instagram is _just dragon, where you could check out pretty much everything I do. You know, I got a website being built right now as well. So I'm just really trying to honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The one reason why I haven't started it recently, because I probably had a month that I've been really thinking about it, is the name, man.
okay.
Like I really want my website to just stand out, you know, and I don't want to feel like I need to change it later on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So Dragon Media, that was taken. But I don't want, you know, I don't want it to be like Dragon Media. So it's like you don't want something to be too long, you know?
Okay. So, I mean, one of the things you could do, I'm saying, so
I got you.
bam, you just lock that real
I
estate
got
down,
you.
and you know what I'm
I
saying?
got you. Because I had the content, like the dude have all the content and everything, bro.
Yeah.
It's just the name. And then I'm just like, bro, I'm real picky because it's
Right.
me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it's nothing that you just
Mhm.
want. Oh, I just need to do it because I want to get it out. That ain't never been that way.
No, you want to do it right.
Because it's a representation of me at the end of the day. So
Absolutely.
do stuff efficient. Don't worry about being fast, man. Do stuff efficient.
Do it the right way.
The right way.
And get it out there. So we're gonna be looking forward to that when it comes out. But when it comes to Dragon, like he was, it's crazy how things work out. The YouTube with the business consulting firm that owns a podcast, the Champions Playbook. He was actually the first person, period, that actually got on there and did a video. We did a contest. He won, pulled up to his house. We recorded a video. This was early stages of both our businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And we've worked with hundreds of clients. And it's just crazy that was, the beginning. We look a lot different. We're doing a lot of different things.
Oh, man.
But the businesses are still alive and flourishing. Excuse me. And so to go back and look at that, if you go to Champions Playbook on YouTube, just go to the first video. He's on the second video. And you'll kind of see exactly what we're talking about. So what we're going to be getting into today with the podcast is we're going to start off with, let's see, with the intro. And let us know about your brand, what industry your brand is a part of, and what your position is with Dragon Media DM.
Okay. So at Dragon Media, like I said, I'm handling all media.
Okay.
So photos, videos, whatever you need pretty much. And my brand gears right now, I work with the community a lot. Like I work with a lot of people in the LA County, but the biggest part of my brand is working with celebrity clients and brands.
Okay.
So it just happened that way, but it's something that I always wanted. Like that's how before I started doing this, I was like, man, I want to get on that side of things, get on that side because I used to do music. So it's just like a home away from home.
Okay.
So it just fell in my lap that way, bro. So I was able to start getting on these sets and just showing my value and just going from there. And that got me to more places. That got me working with bigger clients, different clients. And you know what? I don't even want to say bigger clients because whether I'm doing something local, I'm doing a big set, I still had the same passion behind it, you know?
Okay.
So this is my life. This is what I love to do. And I'm the owner. I'm the worker. I'm the, like
Right.
I do everything right now.
Right.
And I do have other people that I work with.
Okay.
But I'm not to a place to where I want to take people away from their craft and say, hey, be my employee, be my employee. We all collab, we come together and create magic, you know?
Right.
So from other cameramen, editors, photographers, we all have our own talents and then we come together, bro, and just make it happen.
Appreciate that. So that's good. So listen, he's letting you guys know this is the end of 2022. He's doing a lot of different things with the business, right? Exactly what his brand is doing as far as media. He covers the whole media space.
That's it.
Focuses a lot on music videos, working with celebrities, but he has opened to work with you. Send him a DM. Let him know what your project is. If he can't do it, he has a team. He has a network of experts that can tap in with you and help you get that project done. But as far as media goes, when it comes to video editing, when it comes to pictures, when it comes to video content, when it comes to long form video content, short form video content, all those things. He has everything to get that done for you. So make sure you tap in with him. And another thing we have to remember, this is the first time we're bringing him on, right, with Dragon Media DM, but you got to listen as things go on with Dragon Media, as things improve, right? And he builds out his team and people, employees and everything else. We may be interviewing somebody that's working for him in the future. So this is a blessing to be able to catch him at a time because he's doing so much. He's traveling different states, different cities. It's something that he's building a global empire. And the fact that he's working with a lot of businesses in this Antelope Valley, in this Lancaster, Palmdale, California, we're so thankful that he's able to take the time to talk to us and let us know about his brand and his business. So, we got to be thankful because it may be two other people for this brand doing an interview in the future, somebody that I hired, somebody that he hired. So we
Right.
just, thankful that we got this one. But, as we grow, we just want to, be thankful that somebody that's building something that's incredible is right here with us and investing into his community and, pouring back into community that he grew up in. So we really thank you for that, Dragon.
I appreciate it, man. And I'm always looking to work with people in the Antelope Valley. Like that, if you know anybody around me, I say that. Like I want to work at home,
Right.
So if you're a brand, if you just want some photos or you need a video, you're trying to bring uh, a small film together, like just reach out to me and let's work. Let's
Okay.
work. It's a lot of us out here and we all are great at what we do. We all
Right.
have our own styles. So check my stuff out. If you like my style, let's work. Let's do something.
Let's get it done. So another thing I wanted to get into is a little bit of the history behind the brand. Like what year did the brand start? Uh, when did you know that this was something that you really wanted to invest in and make something real? And just kind of go over, if you can, like kind of the first time you knew that this was something that was going to be really special.
Yeah, man, we talked about it before, man. When COVID hit,
Okay.
that's when I knew like this was for me.
Okay.
Because you remember I said there was no excuses for me not to do it. And
Right.
at that time we all had a time to think.
Right.
That was a time where it was nothing else we could do. We was in the house.
Right.
Jobs had shut down, the roads was empty. So it was like I really had to self-analyze. I was like, you know what do I want to do? What is my passion? And it was this. And I went for it. Like you have to go for it. Because you won't even know if it's not for you until you do it.
That's true.
Because you can sit here and say, oh, that's not for me. That's not for me. How do you know?
That's true.
What are you waiting for? What's for you? And are you going to do it, or are you going to sit here and make more excuses of why you're not going to do it? So, yeah, when COVID hit, I was like, you know what? Why not?
Huh.
Because if I could sit here and I could put in so many hours for somebody who don't care about me, just imagine what I could do for me because I care about me.
That's true.
So.
Big. Okay. So around 2020, when he really did the launching process,
Yeah.
and to be honest, from looking at it, from seeing his socials, from reaching out, hit the ground running. Like really took it serious, and everything just started coming together. Clients start coming in because he was not scared to put himself out there, show his work, and deliver great quality. So around that time into now and on to the future, he's been consistent with his brand, took it serious, and just hasn't stopped since then.
Man, and man, sometimes I think I sit here now. I think like, oh man, I'm not where I need to be, but then I had to come back and be like, where I'm at in the time that I put into this is amazing. The people that I'm around, oh, I've been doing this for 15 years. Oh, I've been doing this. I'm like, they like, how long you been doing it? Oh, 2019, 2020. And you're here? Yeah. And I always feel like I'm in a state where it's so much more to learn, but then it's so much that I know that it's a sweet spot to where I'm able to be in these rooms with people who've been doing it for so long. So that lets me soak up game.
Right.
That lets me see where my potential, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, okay, I'm working under this director today. Man, I want to direct, and he doing big stuff, and he value me and what I do, and he sees something in me, so that's gonna motivate me to push even harder.
Right.
So man, just being in these rooms is a changer. They say your circle is a reflection of your value.
That's deep. Yeah, I see it. Kind of the people you're meeting, the clients, the directors, and the industry experts that you're meeting, and that you and your brand are around working with, and all this. It's just, it seems like every day you're just building on it, and it's getting bigger by the day. It seems crazy to say that, but when I look at the things you're posting from, you know, it can go from Slim 400 to Sada Baby to Big Sean to Offset, Future to G Herbo to Lil Durk. It just keeps building. It just keeps building. I see you working with clothing lines and all these other things.
El Capitan is a brand that I work with. Top Shelf, he's out here. I've worked with them.
Right.
We got some more stuff coming out too. So 2023 about to be nice, man.
I see
and I worked with a big clothing brand, Young LA. We had, bro, I remember that set. We had a 2-day set. One of them was at Studio 60 in LA. And then the next day we were out here, like far west out there, shooting in the desert. And it was storming. We had the Reds out and all kinds of stuff. Like, it was crazy.
It was going up.
Bro, that set was big. Like, just being able to work on just different things, bro, is just amazing. I love it. I love touching everything. Like, I'm not just a celebrity photographer or videographer. Like, I really just like to create. So if a project has some sort of value to me, like if it's just like, man, oh, I know what I can do with that. Oh man, I would love to try this. Then I'm like, I want to do it. I don't care who's in it, you know? So yeah, man, that's my life.
See how passionate he is about it. See how you tap in.
Life, man.
Super passionate about it. So let's get into it. Who were two of your mentors that helped you become an expert in the media industry?
I can only name two.
You can, but so much more that we got to get into.
Okay.
We're gonna say something for the future interviews, but you know what I'm saying? Two that really stick out.
Two that stick out. Two mentors. Man, that's tough because I feel like it's so many people that help me in certain different areas that.
Okay, let's do this. Just give us 5 names, right? And then you can go into detail on 2 of them.
Okay. All right, let's do that. Okay. So I have my boy Moses.
Okay.
I have Damian Sandoval.
Okay.
I have Walter Brady.
Okay.
I have man, so many. I'm gonna say David, my boy David.
Okay.
David Bowles.
Okay.
And Josh Libertine.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go on 2, and I'm just going to 2. These 2, I'm gonna talk about these this time because they helped me with the most.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So, Moses is a good friend of mine. I met him on set, and just being around him, like, we instantly clicked, and he's always talking game because he started like me. Like, he just started and like stuff just started taking off.
Yeah.
So he'll give me tips on how to talk to clients, how to deliver stuff, how to shoot, and just the whole process of just creating a project from start to finish.
Okay.
And we've shot videos in Hawaii. That's who I went to Miami with and shot the Future, and so he's really big. And then Damian Sandoval, which is his friend as well, but a director who's done the Chris Browns and the Big Sean, that was his set.
Okay.
And just so much more. And he's always spitting game. He owns 10 studios in LA.
Whoa. Okay.
And I'm pretty sure y'all seen him because a lot of people shoot him. Y'all didn't probably been to him if you didn't been to a studio in LA or watched a music video or something, So those two dudes is definitely on the top of the list. But like I said, there's so much more people. Like
Okay.
M. Dot, he's from another person who put me on and spit a lot of games. So I could go on because there's not just one person who helped me get to where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So,
Sure.
but I'm just gonna speak on them too, just because of the amount of time we've had together and worked together.
Okay. And it's what's so beautiful about this is when you look up to people, when people mean something to you, the people he's mentioned, right, and the people he will mention in the future, and the stories that he's telling about people is to present people the flowers while they can smell them. We don't know what tomorrow holds, if we're gonna be here or they're gonna be here. So, to present people you look up to that's helped you and all this with their flowers, like, present them while they can smell them. Let them know how you feel about them and all this, because it's content lives forever. So the fact that he's doing that with his
Yeah.
mentor is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to
And
them.
hey, don't underestimate the value of a mentor.
Yes.
That's a big thing right there, because a lot of times you may have it but don't know how to use it.
Right.
So you find these people who are doing it and can make time to even have a conversation with you
Right.
about what you're doing and just give you even a smidget of advice.
Right.
Don't underestimate the value of a mentor.
Don't.
Like, that's one thing. And you could look at a billionaire. Look at any billionaire and ask them about a mentor. I'm pretty sure all of them have one.
Exactly. You're not gonna learn everything yourself.
No.
That's why we have a business consulting firm that specializes in content creation, content marketing,
Right.
and business partnership development, because you're not gonna learn everything yourself. Like, I promise you that's not how it's gonna go. I know you'll want it to, but that's just not how the cookie crumbles and things like that. So you're gonna have to learn from people. So, give respect to people, learn from them. Don't be embarrassed to say you need help or there's something that you don't know.
I love saying I need help.
All right.
I love it.
See?
Because it doesn't show like you don't know something. It shows that you want to learn something.
Yeah. See that? Don't be embarrassed. Like, this is a professional, media, full media company owner, and he asks for help.
Yeah.
That should show you. That should show you, the things that you need to do. So let's get into it. How long did it take you to know you were an expert in the media industry? And was there a specific time that you're like, okay, I feel like I'm an expert. I could charge the prices that I want to charge. I can be able to take care of, myself and my family with this. Like, when did that time happen for you?
Man, I'm be honest. I've never called myself an expert.
Okay. Well,
but every day I learn my value.
Okay.
I understand that I don't have to charge what I charged last year. You know what I'm saying? But I let the world, the people around me, but the opinions that I respect tell me that I'm an expert or I'm good at this or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I could tell myself all day, but do your clients understand that? Because if your clients understand that you're an expert, then they will pay you like an expert.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
So all I could do is improve my work every day, be a good person overall,
Okay.
stay consistent in my work, and then the world will see my value.
Okay.
I don't pay myself.
True.
So I could understand, I could say I'm a professional right now, but if the world don't see it,
what does it mean?
What does it mean?
All right. Well, let me tell you, you are an expert.
Appreciate that.
Okay. In the film industry, in the media industry, you're an expert. The way you edit, the way you network with your clients, the way you stay consistent, the way you show up, the way you build, the way you understand business and networking and being consistent and growing, expert level.
Appreciate it. I got so much more to go. Man, all I know is this upcoming year is about to be different. It's about to be different because, so usually at the end of the year, kind of slow down. So what I've been doing lately is studying. Okay. Learning just new things. So when I start applying it and just showing that level up, like I said, where I'm at right now, my work is not HBO level. Like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like I know that. Well, when I do it by myself. Because when I have my team, y'all see it. It's on TV. It's on,
Right.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, but I'm talking about just me right now. So where I'm at is not HBO level, Netflix level and stuff like that. But what I've been learning is getting me closer and closer every day. And you always have to learn. That's one thing that my mentors told me, like, you just can't just be like, all right, I got this. And then you just take off. If you're not learning, you'll be stagnant because
Okay.
everything changed.
I just, on that note, I know you're an expert. I know some great things is coming and are already going on. But I just want to put this on film right here. Elite from the Champions Playbook and Brands Expert Podcast. Make sure we're in the building on that viewing when Dragon Media does their first movie.
Oh yeah,
we want to be there. We want to actually, when they're
you
shooting,
gotcha.
we want to actually be there, collect some content, but also interview him on the set when everything's
Oh
coming
man,
together. Because
I love that.
we
I
want
love
to,
that, bro.
we want to be there because it's these kind of things are coming, and
Oh
we're
yeah,
gonna speak it into existence. But we want to be there, see it, and it's going to be special because everything you're already doing is special. But when the movies start hitting your theaters, and you see when the movie starts, directed by Dragon from Dragon Media,
hey, don't be surprised. It's just gonna happen.
it's gonna
But
happen.
yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna keep you posted on that.
Right.
And then, bro, anytime I have something where I'll be in contact with you. Anytime I
Okay.
have like a big set and where I'm directing or something like that, because that's more. I want to direct more.
Okay.
Bigger budgets in 2023.
Right.
And when I say big budgets, it could be 10,000 and up. So
Okay.
it's not even a big budget, but that's just what I'm gonna say right now,
Yeah.
because we done stuff 50, and they go higher. Like I'm talking about, man, and y'all have to understand this. How much you put behind your project is how it turned out. Like you can't expect a Marvel movie and want to put in straight to DVD special money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you have to understand I'm putting this money in here for a reason. And don't think you paying somebody 50,000 and then they going like this, they sliding it in their pocket. No, that's for the team, that's for location, that's for
true.
editing,
Yeah.
that's for we could get you clothing, makeup, you know what I'm saying? Like it all goes to where it needs to go. It doesn't just go into the director's pocket.
True. So you have to understand if you have the funds to invest into it because as time goes on, you invested into it and you got a return on it. So don't think you're going. We call it lotto mentality, where you're looking at it like a lottery. Oh well, I expect my looks to get me where I need to go. Or I expect my car. Well, listen, as you advance into the industry, you realize like, if you feel like you look good, there's hundreds of thousands. And there's thousands and thousands of people that look good. So what are you going to do? What's your budget? What can you negotiate? Because if you're just trying to get far off that's not going to get you far.
How do you stand out from the rest?
Exactly.
That's how you do it. How do you stand out from the rest? Who do you know? What lane are you taking? Are you taking the right one? So many pieces of the equation that we just don't talk about, but you need it all.
Think about it. This last year, 2022, you've seen model after model after model after model like that are so. But it has to be something that separates you. You can't just, there may be models that think they can show up to a video an hour late and they're gonna stop and wait for you. No.
Oh, you see that all the time. All the time.
How does that when that kind of stuff happens? How do directors handle situations like that?
I've seen directors completely take the girl out. I see them to where they thought they could show up late and they don't even make the cut in the video. So like you came late and you thought you was about to get your time to shine and you not even in the video. I done seen them switch right there. Okay, we're not gonna use you right now. We're gonna use this. We're gonna use her. Or we're gonna use him. Or we're going another route, So when you on set, you have to be ready to pull audibles. Like stuff happens.
Right.
All the time for where even the artist is behind. So it's like, okay, oh man, what can we do? All right, let's just shoot the B-roll. Let's get everybody that's here, whoever here, let's get video content of them. Let's shoot what we can. Like you always have to be ready to switch up
True.
because
So,
it happens.
right.
It happens.
So think about what he's saying. Like, make sure that you're solid. Make sure you're showing up on time and doing all these things, and don't just send pictures of yourself. And if they tell you it's an auditioning budget and stuff like that, meet that budget. If you can't go above and beyond, do that, because they may go above and beyond for you. Like, hey, we got to get some contact person. This person really wants to meet this person. But if you're not doing anything to separate yourself, and you just walk in and expect people just to bow down to you and stuff like that, not how the business works.
Right.
So make sure when they're telling you that these things are needed, because they have to work with other people, and if they pulled these crazy favors for you for no reason, then that's going to kind of mess their name up a little bit. So if they're telling you that you need something, be solid and follow through, because things will work out for you. Let's see. Went over that. Okay, so this was kind of interesting. What was the idea behind the name of the brand?
So it's crazy because I don't know. Well, you may not know. Some people may not know. So I'm just say I sell bearded dragons. I breed bearded dragons.
Okay.
And I've been doing that for like 5 years, 6 years. And it's just such a unique thing that the name dragon just stands out. So it went from Wolfpack Dragons, which is my bearded dragon company. Right. And then it went to Dragon Media.
Okay.
So then, when I first started doing this too, I was still introducing myself as LeJean. Oh, how you doing? I'm LeJean. How you doing? And then the industry gave me my name. It was like, oh, hey, what's up, this dragon? This is Dragon. Instead of saying, this Dragon Media, because they seen the name Dragon Media. So it was just like, oh, that's Dragon.
Okay.
So, man. And then that's why I changed my name to just Dragon, because people would just start calling me, hey, what's up, Dragon Media? Like, just say Dragon.
Right.
So
okay.
It's just Dragon.
Okay.
So, yeah, just because of my other passion, which is the bearded dragons, the name just carried over. So
just put it all together.
Oh yeah,
that's big. So he got a love for dragons.
Yeah.
And so he actually has a business, Wolfpack Dragons.
Wolfpack Dragons.
So
that's the Instagram, Wolfpack Dragons.
See, and he put that into his media business, something that he loves, and it just it turned into what it turned into. So
yes, sir.
When we see these buildings across the country one day, because if you can look bigger and farther, when people are watching this in 2040 and beyond that, and 2037, and it might sound crazy, 2027, when you see this, Dragon Media buildings in New York, and the different cities he chooses to have studios in and things like that, you're kind of gonna remember how this all started.
Yeah.
So, and even like here in the Antelope Valley, when we see that first studio we built and kind of doing this thing, and we see that dragon outside, we're gonna know where we're at. So
yeah.
That's
yes, sir.
That's how the name started. So very interesting. I didn't even know that myself. That was my first time asking that question. Let's see. Okay. So let's get into current brand offerings. If someone wants to work with Dragon Media, what are your favorite products or services that are currently being offered?
Everything. Photos, videos. Like if you want from, like I said, music video, okay. If you want just a little promo video for your business, like I've worked with Fat Boys Tacos out here for their taco truck, gave him some stuff. We have some more stuff coming out. Me and David Bowles done stuff for Serve Pro. So I like to do that stuff. I like to work with brands a lot. Brands and music videos is where I really like to stay, but I'll do photos. I've done family photos, I've done couple photos, I've done weddings, I've done just creative portraits. So I offer anything,
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's open to what he offers, but working with brands, creating content for your brands, video content, picture content, but also the music videos. So if you want something done, he's open to what he can do. But if you are in those two fields, if you own a brand or work with a brand, or you need music video done, ball's gonna get rolling real quick.
Yeah.
Okay? On that kind of stuff.
Love to create stuff that I can put music behind.
Right. Hold on one second. Make sure we're still good.
All right.
Make sure you gotta check. All right, we solid. Okay, so let's get into the next part.
Let's go.
Is what are some things Dragon Media does to have fun as a media brand? You know, a lot of different brands that are, you know, sports or, you know, nightclubs and hookah lounges. It's easy to understand where the fun is. But, you know, in today's world with so many different brands, like you have a media brand, like as far as having fun on set, as far as having fun at the events that they put together and going to put together in the future, how do you make sure that everything is always a fun environment?
It starts with me, my attitude. Like I'm always like talking and just laughing on set and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, like sets are fun. Doing events and stuff can be fun, but you gotta understand too that it is work. So sometimes it becomes stressful to certain people during that time. So,
Right.
you know, it could still be moments where you want to step back for a second, you know,
Right.
but I still try to make it fun, man, just by being me. Like I always
Okay.
been the silly, funny, talkative person, you know. So
Okay.
that's how I keep it. I try to bring people tell me they're like, man, I like having you on set. You always bring the vibes. I hear that so much.
Okay.
So I carry it with me.
Okay. So he makes sure that he lightens up the situation
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times, you know, and this is just me thinking, you know, with him having a full media that's 100% focused on media, it can be stressful for somebody that's never shot
Mm-hmm.
or, you know, that doesn't know how to get into character to be able to loosen them up a little bit, to be able to, you know, do these different things to get them used to being in front of the camera and things like that, showing them how they look, doing preview
Right.
videos, things
That's
like
what I
that.
do too. Like
Okay.
you have to make your client as comfortable as possible. So if it's somebody I've had it a lot where, oh, this is my first time doing a music video. So it's like I'll shoot something and then I show them, look, this is what you're doing right now. So then they're like, okay, like you really got me. I'm giving direction. Like don't be afraid to do something wrong. Cause at the end of the day, I'm going to edit. That's
Okay.
why I let them know everything is not set in stone. So don't, if you stumbled over a
Yeah.
word, don't trip. I could
Right.
put B-roll right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we
Yeah.
still gonna do multiple takes. But don't be afraid to mess up. Get comfortable. And then sometimes the more they do it, the more comfortable they get. So I like to, as long as we're in a allotted time, boom, 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 let's do it again. All right, let's move on.
Let's get it
So you
going.
just gotta
Okay.
communicate. You
Okay.
gotta talk to your client, man.
That's true. That's big. So he let you know he's gonna communicate with you. He's gonna, you know, lighten up the situation,
Mm-hmm.
make it fun. Like so, just remember, it's gonna be a fun situation. There may be food going, there may be all kind of stuff going. You don't know. Just know when you work with him, it's gonna be a whole different environment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so something special that we do over here is we're gonna get into it is we have the Brands Expert Podcast Club, right? This is an exclusive club, unique to podcasts. It's something that we wish other podcasts did, and hopefully we could spark that change in podcasts where we can over deliver and, you know, bring you something exclusive to the podcast, right? So you can learn something, you can learn how to make some money, you can learn how to work with experts. So right now we're going to get into that and we're going to get back to the podcast after we get into that. But if you want to get into that, make sure you go to the Champions Playbook, tcp.com/podcast, and you'll be able to see the Brand Experts Podcast Club, how to get involved, all the great stuff that we're doing over there. Unique brand expert mentorships like this. You're getting to be mentored by a brand expert like Dragon. So we're going to get into that right now. And also another spot that you can go to if you really want to get started with the club immediately, get the mentorship, learn how to work with them, learn what they're looking for, things like that. Let's go to brandsexpertspodcast.com/club to immediately get involved. But let's get into this part of everything. We'll be back in a minute. All right. So first one we'll get into is what does Dragon Media look for when working for a new client?
What do I look for in clients?
Yeah.
Um,
And let me be a little bit more specific. So if a client is reaching out, wants to work with you, right? But because a lot of times you've been in the business for a while now, a lot of clients will get in there and try to rush you and say, "Can you do this in the next hour?" And I have, I'll pay you next month and things like that. Like, as far as being budget ready, being punctual, being on time, what are the things you actually look for when the client, reaches out to you?
Besides,
Listen, I'd like to welcome you guys back into the podcast, right? We had the mentoring session,
mm-hmm.
right? And then, so now we know everything that Dragon Media is doing coming up for 2023. This is our first in-person guest for the podcast, right? Stepped in, just amazing, showed his gear, kind of gave a lot of stories behind the brand, how he got started, how you can work with him, things that he's looking for, how you can make money, all these kind of things. So listen, there's a lot that you learned here and keep applying that. But, we want to leave with something very special that we do here. And that is, if you can give, right now today, one tip to somebody that wants to be an expert in whatever they're doing, what tip would that be? One tip to be an expert in the media industry, and one tip to be an expert in the what was it? Oh, it's coming to me. In the one tip to be expert in just life in general, and one tip to be expert in the media industry.
Don't be afraid to do.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to not get something right the first time.
Okay. So basically,
and that because that holds us back. We make like we talked about, we make a lot of excuses of why we don't want to do something.
Yeah.
And if one thing that I've learned is, as long as you work towards something, anything can happen. Okay. So just do it. Don't overthink everything. Because we could sit here and just, man, what if this happened? What if I do this? What if this happened? But when I let all that go, I just went out and did. And then everything else followed. So when I say go out and do that, I mean get up, learn, get up, do free photo shoots, do free videos, go, because it doesn't just, you don't wake up and just make $10,000 videos. It just doesn't work that way. Like, I even still do stuff for free. Like I said, if it makes sense, do it. Go out and do.
That's true.
That's the biggest tip I can give to anybody, man.
And also is, if you have to pay, sometimes it seems crazy. Pay today to get paid tomorrow.
People pay to go to school.
There we go.
You pay to go to school all the time. So why not pay to go to your school? This is my school. I'm learning every day.
We think about it. If somebody said, hey, something with The Rock, he's whatever at the gym. And so if you can make something with The Rock, we grew up to The Rock.
Come on.
Like, he's one of the biggest, just people in the world. So if you can create content with The Rock and somebody, hey, it's going to be 500 or whatever it is, hey, that's an investment into your brand. To say you have content with The Rock, I mean, that's an incredible accomplishment, period. So be able to invest into yourself. Like, don't be afraid to. We like to thank Dragon for coming on. Always a pleasure. Like I say, somebody I grew up with, somebody I really, respect everything that he's doing. I view him as an expert in the industry. We at Brands Expert Podcast and the Champions Playbook business consulting firm view him and his brand as experts in this industry. We look to do interviews in multiple other states and countries as we build and he builds. We may be in Florida at the same time. We may be in New York at the same time. So to be out here in the Antelope Valley, Lancaster, Palmdale area, and then to be doing projects out of the state, out of the country, and to kind of say, hey, let's do it here, let's do it there, and actually lock in, create that content there.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get you on set this year, man, for sure.
Let's do it. And so
let's get it.
Let's do it. So appreciate him, learn from him, check his content out, see what he's doing. Incredible things happening this year and forward, and we're just going to continue to build on what we have done in the past and move forward.
That's right.
Appreciate you.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Always.
Smooth.
Yes, sir.